France versus Ireland, World Cup qualification.
God, don't talk about that.
And your wee mate throws the ball into the net. Patrice, why couldn't you have stood forward and said, hey, Terry, no? Why couldn't you have just said, hey, what, you should let Ireland walk the ball into the net? You broke my dad's heart.
I apologise.
Good.
I apologise.
Sippers get ready. People get ready. Sippers get ready for Tea With Me.
Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast. You might know I've got a very excited tone, and that's because I'm very excited about this episode, about you seeing it. I just recorded it, and I said it many times on the episode. This is the coolest episode of the podcast we've ever done. I'm buzzing. We're all wearing Man United tops in the studio. It's a wild time. Last night we were like, is this pod going to happen? Is it not? This morning I was like, there's a chance this just doesn't happen because it feels too good to be true, but it happened and you're going to get to see it. Before we launch into the pod, I am on tour, ShaneToddComedy.com. Link for that's in the description, or just type it in. It's easy enough, ShaneToddComedy.com. SSE Arena Belfast, 9th and 15th of November of this month. The 9th sold out. If we don't have the big staging that we're definitely not going to do, there might be some new tickets go on sale for that. 15th, there's good availability for it. ShaneToddComedy.com. And then I'm just on tour Europe, Middle East. The American stuff won't get released for a while, but ShaneToddComedy.com, going on a big tour. We're doing Tea With Me live, Waterfront Hall, on the 29th and the 30th of November. Andrew Ryan, Dave Elliott, William Thompson, Mickey Bartlett. 29th, pretty much gone. 30th, still some tickets left. Link for that's also in the description. We're sponsored by Manscaped. Dan will tell you, before this episode, I was running about the studio. I said, I need a lawnmower. I need a lawnmower. We had the 4.0 there. I took it out of the box. I need it because I've lost mine. And I'm gutted because I took that baby everywhere. It'll be going on tour with me. ShaneToddComedy.com. It'll be going to see the world. But I love Manscaped products. I use the products. We all use them. Number one in men's below the belt grooming. They have everything that you need and more. Manscaped.com. Use the code TWithMe for 20% off and free shipping. And you will take this everywhere with you. It'll be an essential in your travel bag. It's also a great gift idea as well. So if there's someone you know, like weird gift in work, you know, for like not a Secret Santa. Yeah, for Secret Santa. We're coming to the end of the year. Secret Santa. Maybe if there's a guy in work and you've noticed, like through, maybe he's wearing like revealing trousers or something, and you've noticed like this guy needs groomed. That's a nice gift to pass on. So thank you to Manscaped. Patreon.com/TeamMe podcast. Everything. Do you like what we do? You get way more of it.
Early access to this episode.
Early access. People got this episode a day early. This is going to be brutal. What you're going to hear tonight, don't be shocked. We're all mates. William Thompson!
I'm really afraid I'll go too far insulting people.
We got thick skin, we're comics, right?
The only thing browner than Shane's nose is... Stop me when I'm telling lies.
Their heads well and truly jammed up that.
It's the only person I know who is too boring to
But as someone with eyes, I hate...
I think I'll not wait for the next one.
spiraling towards an early grave.
Oh God, I'm not going to do that one. Okay, cool.
Patreon.com/TeamMe podcast. And we're back on Spotify. Video version on Spotify. We're back. People tortured us asking. Now that we're back, no one says
Not
anything.
a word. The amount
Not
of
a word.
complaints we got. Now we're back. Give us some praise.
Guys, I don't know what I can say about this episode apart from just launching straight into it. Patrice Evra, Man United legend, French football legend, just one of the... We're in an era where there aren't that many characters in football, and that's something that's been lost. That feels like a mid-90s thing. But Patrice Evra is truly one of football's great characters, and I think what you find as well is when you have these cult heroes that people just love, sometimes people just love the personality. Maybe they weren't as great players, but we just remember them as being a lot of fun, or the other way around. We just remember footballers being football, but we don't get their personality. Patrice Evra may be one of the only guys who you get both with. I was just a huge fan of him when he's a player, and I'm a bigger fan now that he's not. I just love his social media when he does his Evra Marley character, or just runs about telling people that he loves this game. He is a fascinating character, somebody who I respect massively for what he did in football, and then outside of it. We talk about his football career, but then so much outside of that, and what he's been up to since. I can't believe that this episode happened, but
If you want more from Patrice, check out his YouTube channel.
and Patrice has a YouTube channel too, and this is a guy you want to see. I want to see what he's up to. You know, he's got those glasses on. I don't know where he is around the world or what he's doing, but he's got a YouTube channel where he's putting up content to show all that kind of stuff, and the link for that is in the description. And we thank Nico for our mate from Pride and Pinion, who's going to be on an episode in a couple of weeks, for facilitating this and making it happen. This is dream stuff. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is a Tea With Me podcast with my guest, Patrice Evra. Wee. Patrice, you always seem to be like a positive guy, but this morning, being out late last night, is it difficult to be positive this morning?
I'm stay positive. I think.
You sure?
Yes, always. This is down to a man called Nico.
Yeah.
And I know as soon as I go back to Dubai, the first thing I'm going to block him on my phone.
Yeah. He's led you astray in Belfast.
No, exactly. He said, like, we coming, for a game and whatever. And he took me all around Belfast. And last night we ended up to a place where actually I was the DJ.
Yeah. I just saw the video. You were in which is, the world's gone mad. You were in Thompson's, which is a local nightclub.
Yeah.
And you just you were on the mic.
I was on the mic.
You were MCing.
I didn't want to give up. Like, I was like, keep being on the mic. Nico and my brother, they were having fun. And I was just entertaining the whole club.
Yeah. There was a mad moment last night where Nico FaceTimed me. He's like, say hello to Patrice. And it was like, I don't know, 10:15. I'd been in bed for an hour. I'm like an old, boring guy. And I had to say to my wife, she had to get up early because she's a teacher. And she's like, where are you going? I was like, I got to FaceTime Patrice Evra here. And this morning she thought that was a dream. She was like, remember last night you said you were going to FaceTime Patrice Evra? But you guys were only eating at like 10:15 last night.
Yeah, but it's Nico. I think it's just destroying my whole life, you know. My discipline, like.
Patrice, are you safe? Have you been kidnapped? Now you got to live in Belfast. I would love that.
No, but
you're never going back to Dubai.
No. I'm going to Dubai, like, definitely tomorrow.
You're resident DJ in Thompson.
No chance. I love you guys, but no, I need to back home.
You're like, you love it, but you need to leave.
Exactly.
What do you think? Have you been over here before?
This is a good question because I say no, but actually I've been here.
Right.
And I actually play here. And Nico say, by the way, you score a goal against when you were playing here. I said, no, come on, it's not true.
Yeah.
Then he showed me the video. So what was the team?
Oh,
2007.
I was there.
I didn't even remember.
Nanny and Anderson played.
You're
that
right.
game?
Yeah.
I was at that game.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time Nanny and Anderson played.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking Anderson was one of the best performances I'd ever seen.
It was, but he just loved McDonald.
Yeah.
So, but it could have been. No, McDonald destroyed his car, yeah.
Yeah.
It was always, I was telling me, like, why he say, Patrice, when I see the big M, it's like Christmas. So, true story. People, I don't know why they laugh. True story, guys.
Well, like, he was so good when he played here, and we have loads of McDonald's is here.
Yeah.
So he should if you leave, he should come here. He can play Irish League.
Oh,
You love it?
definitely. No, but seriously, he's one of the most talented and gifted.
Yeah, that
young
game,
kids,
I remember.
He had like
Thinking
some
he was
problem with his weight, and I remember one day I was with Ferguson, and Ferguson said, "Anderson, come here," and he said to Hondo, come on, I spoke with the doctor. You need to eat healthy and whatever. Then Hondo just asked to the gaffer, "How much you earn per week?" And Ferguson was like, "What?" He said, "When I've got the same salary, maybe I'm gonna start eating salad." So, just true story.
And do you what have you been doing? It's so mad to me and so many people that Patrice Evra is in Northern Ireland. Like, what have you been I know you're going to the match tonight.
Yeah.
But what have you been doing with your days?
I'm crazy. I think I'm a crazy person. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
No, I like to be honest. I like to go to random place, and this is not the first time. But we have to give a lot of credit to Nico. I met him, I would say 3 years ago. Then we did the Handball rally together. that he said, Patrice, you know, you remember I told you about my football club, and I know you have a busy and crazy schedule, but can you come and, you know, give some support? And to be honest, I didn't hesitate. I said straight yes, because the way he was passionate about it, and he want really to do something for the community, I connect straight away. I like people. I like crazy people because he is crazy.
Yeah, he is crazy.
And I love people. Yeah.
He FaceTimed me at 10:15 last night. He's crazy.
That's what that's what I mean. And at the end, it was a no-brainer. I made it happen, and I am here. And to be honest, people are so nice, so warm, so much welcome. Even Liverpool fan, you know, here they come and Patrice, you know, we hate Man United, but we love you.
We love you.
So yeah.
We need, like, what can we? Because like, what age are you now, Patrice? If you don't mind me asking.
Oof, it's a question. I'm doing so many things because I'm a defender of ending the violence against children. So I travel a lot around the world and meeting president, try to changing the law. I'm an investor. I invest in a company.
He's asking how old you are.
No, now I'm 43.
Yep.
But in Africa, I'm 56.
Yeah.
Like I'm 43 without tax. With tax, maybe 56.
I remember Taribo West, Nigeria defender.
Oh my God!
Was like
remember?
they were like, oh, this guy's great. He's 30. Then it turned out he's like 60.
Yeah, definitely.
But still great. But
Still
what I'm
great.
saying is, even at your age, you could play Irish League, no problem. You move here. Sippers, let me take a quick second to tell you this episode of the Tea With Me podcast is sponsored by our good friends at NordVPN. Look, now more than ever, you need to protect what you're doing online, because these criminals are phishing, and I ain't talking about carp. I'm talking about they're hauling in your personal details, banking details, cute wee pictures of you that you take, but ones that you don't post. But like someone, you would have like outtakes really of cute wee pictures you're doing. They're putting them up in their criminal warehouses. If you want to watch, say, let me give you a hypothetical. You are in, what's a country I've never done before in these? You're in Ivory Coast, aka Cote d'Ivoire, and you want to watch Linfield versus Loughgall, and you go to do that, and then your phone goes, oh, not available in this region. NordVPN, blip, blip, blip. Couple of clicks. You say to your pardon? You say to your device, your device goes, you're in Ivory Coast, the Cote d'Ivoire. You go, no, I'm not. I'm in Northern Ireland. Your device like, oh, fair enough. There's a match in. There's the match. It gets you the content you need, and also it's not just that, because that's cool to be able to do that. Like, you can access Netflix from different countries, because different countries have different content on their Netflix, like in Japan or something. If you like anime and you're an adult, weird. But you can watch that with your NordVPN. Also, what I like about it is keeps your phone safe from viruses and all those scam type things. One NordVPN account can be using up to 10 devices. Jesus Christ. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/teawithme, and our link also gives you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. That's a guarantee that says they will give you your money back within 30 days if you're not happy. The link's in the podcast episode description. Thank you to our friends at NordVPN. Let's get back into this Tea With Me episode. You play Irish League, no problem.
To be honest, I'm still fit. And, when I do the soccer aids game, and I was approached by a Premier League game 3 years ago to tell you that to come back to play, but I didn't. I'll be honest with you, I don't miss football. But if you say, Patrice, let's go and we have a game, I will train like when I was a professional.
No, why did you say no to going back to the Premier League? Even like
because people don't understand. Some people play football for fun or whatever. But I always say, if you want to stay at the top, it's easy to reach the top of the pyramid. But to stay at the top, that's when you have to make sacrifice. It's a 24 hours job. Like, you have to eat and sleep football. You have to be dedicated about that. When you do that, you sacrifice time with your family, with your friend, And I always tell that story when I came back home one day and my first son, Lenny, was crying. He was 3 years old. I said, why you cry? He said, because I hate Manchester United. And I was like, oh my God, he's a Liverpool fan or Chelsea fan. Like, don't tell me that. I'm going to have a heart attack. And I said, why you hate Man United? And he said, because the Man United took my dad away. And he was 3 years old. So that's why I think, I was just a machine. And especially when you play under Sir Alex Ferguson, you don't know what's happened, in the world, because My world was just football.
Yeah.
You eat, sleep football, like I say.
Yeah. It's like I mean, I travel 1% compared to what you do. I travel a little bit with comedy, and I have my kids are 2 and 4, and me and Nico had this chat. We did a podcast last week. It's so difficult to balance.
You can't.
You know.
You can't, and you have to be honest. Like, if you want to be really successful, unfortunately, you're on your own.
Yeah.
You're on your own, and that's why you see Ferguson, and rest in peace to his wife, Katie. She says she was the boss. I thank her so much to educate our children.
Yeah.
You know, without a woman, we won't be able to travel to do what we're doing now.
Yep.
So you have to make a choice, and unfortunately, you know, you have to want to bring the food home, and you have to travel. And to be honest, working for me is a luxury.
Yeah.
I never complain. You know, sometimes I say, yes, I travel too much or whatever, but I feel blessed and grateful.
Yeah.
Like how many people will dream to be at my place.
Yep. Can I ask, like, I'm a big Man United fan, and also big football fan, and ex-player. Like, you're talking about living, breathing football. I played 1C, amateur league.
Okay.
So we have like Irish League,
Yeah.
Championship 2, amateur league,
Where?
1A, 1B. I was playing 1C, so
Oh.
I've been there too. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I know what you mean about.
No, I respect.
I know you respect. I know, of
Yeah.
course, you respect it. I was playing for Hollywood FC.
Okay. They have a team?
Yep. What do you mean? Of
No.
course.
Okay.
Of course. So I know what you mean, but this is like this is the coolest moment in the history of, we've been doing this podcast, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
And this is the coolest moment to have you here. We've had, obviously I'm a stand-up comedian, we've had some of the biggest comedians in the world from America on the podcast, but this is the best, and I want to know what's the coolest moment in your life, and it doesn't have to be football, but maybe somewhere you've got to go, a project you got to be part of. What stands out for you is like, this is the moment that got you most excited? I'll not be offended if you don't say this podcast. I know this is up there.
I will probably the first time I see Nico without a shirt. I was excited.
Yeah.
I think this can be one of them, but I won't put this one. No offense, Nico. But no, you know, this question is really difficult for me to answer, because I am good to entertain people. Yep. But if you ask me what excites you, Patrice, actually it's nothing. And I had an interview with a guys, and he was asking me, but Patrice, you know, what pleases you in life? And I say, when my family are happy, when my kids are happy, when my friends are happy. But what pleases you? And you know, my simple and worst answer I gave, I say, I'm just excited and happy when I go to cinema on my own and eating popcorn. So actually I'm really boring.
Yeah.
I realize I'm really boring. So if you ask me the most excited moment, to be honest, it was when I was 70 years old. Then I joined a club called Marsala in Sicily, 3rd division. And I arrive, I see all my teammates dressing the same. And I went in my room and called my mom. And I was, you know, looking myself in the mirror with the tracksuit and so like proud. And my mom said, everything okay? I said, Mom, I made it. Like, people are here, like, they're serving us food. It's like 2 knives in one side, 2 forks in the other side. And to be honest, this, if you ask me my most excited moment, that was that moment, like leaving the street, and without even starting my football career, I was like, I made it, just being out of the street.
Yeah. That's like, that is that's great, because I you know, you've played Champions League and World Cups and all that kind of thing, but it's interesting that it's like the simple things that you really like. Now, when you go to the cinema by yourself, is that here's the thing, when I travel, I like to go to cinema by myself. I hate going to the cinema with people, because people ask you questions. Who's this guy? You know, they're not paying attention to the whole film.
Exactly.
You got to fill them in.
Exactly.
I'm a solo cinema guy. What will you get to eat? You just go popcorn, or you go sweets too?
No, actually, popcorn and sweet popcorn.
Yeah.
My wife is salty popcorn. I can't eat salty popcorn. So only sweet popcorn. That's it.
I mean, it would be so nuts if you, like, killing a bit of time in Belfast, if you were just in the cinema, like in the movie house. If I was sitting in a row and I turned around and I was like, is that Patrice Evra here? Watching Despicable Me 4?
And I'll be honest.
Yeah, they're good films. Have you seen those films? The Minions?
Yes.
Great.
I love it.
I love it. Love the Minions. Like.
And I'll be honest with you, it doesn't matter about the movie if it's good or bad. It's just I have the feeling to be there on my own. And I know I'm boring. I know the way you think.
No, I love
I
it.
didn't judge you when you say you play for the C team in Hollywood.
I played, Patrice,
now you judge
let's
me
get it right.
because-
I played for the second team, not the C team.
Okay. Anyway.
But yeah, 1C, like,
Yeah.
I think I scored a goal against Shorts. You ever heard of Shorts Football Club? Just out the road.
No.
Scored against them. Me and Tony played up front that day. Tony, remember?
Oh my God.
We got so much to talk about. You're a positive guy. Like, you make people so happy. Gave me so many great memories in football. But you also gave me one of the worst memories in football. Not you directly.
Yeah.
Let me set the scene. I was in Tenerife, maybe 2009 or so. I was in Tenerife
Where is
with
going?
with
Where
my
are you
dad.
going? Come on.
We were in an Irish bar.
Come on.
We were watching France versus Ireland, World
Oh
Cup
my
qualification.
God, don't talk about that.
And your wee mate throws the ball into the net. Patrice, why couldn't you have stood forward and said, hey, Terry, no? Why couldn't you have just said, hey, what, you should let Ireland walk the ball into the net?
No, but
I saw you were laughing. You were laughing in
No,
the
I'm
background.
not laughing. I had a lot of stick.
I saw you
because-
eating popcorn on the pitch in the background. Laugh.
But guys, to be honest, first of all, guys,
You broke my dad's heart. He's crying in an Irish bar. Tenerife.
I apologize.
Good.
I apologize. I
Yes.
apologize. No, it was a terrible. To be honest, first of all, people forget.
We never forget.
No,
Never forget.
Gala scored the goal. Everyone talk about Henry, but it actually is William Gala scored the goal. And I get a lot of stick because I didn't take it seriously. Like, I didn't know I break your heart, your dad's heart. And when we back to Manchester, and I remember he was a journalist. He said, Patrice, what do you think? Like, the Irish people want to have a rematch?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, we can do the rematch on PlayStation. And
Patrice,
he
that's so
went viral.
disrespectful.
I know, but I didn't mean it. Like, I generally didn't mean it. And the Irish fans were hating me because of that. So I want to also apologize again.
Thank God.
Because I want to go back alive. You know?
Yeah.
That's why I'm apologizing now. I want to make sure I made it on the plane. But it was a chaos. Like even the French people actually hate us. They hate Thierry Henry. Like, politician was involved. They say like we are cheated. Because to be honest, I remember that game. We shit our pants. Don't ask me the reason why. The Irish were all over us. And even the stadium, I feel like we didn't play in Paris. We play in Ireland because we had a great game. We won, actually, the first leg in Ireland. And I think you score the first goal in France and the atmosphere was electric. And at halftime, I remember Dominic was talking and I talked to everyone. I said, why we are shitting ourselves. We don't deserve to go to that World Cup and they are better than us. Come on, we need to do something about it. Then, when I mean something about it, I didn't mean about the handball. But
So you did you maybe, as a team, you guys didn't realize it was such a big story until the next day?
I'll be honest, we didn't realize. Like, I mean, when Maradona, scored that goal in the World Cup, he was that kind of level.
But that's it. We don't care about it. We're fine with that. That was against England.
Of course.
But it's when it comes to our shores.
No, but but and to be fair, that World Cup was cursed because what happened in 2010?
Yeah.
We didn't even qualify, and we didn't train for Nicola and Elka, and we shouldn't have been in that World Cup.
That documentary about that was crazy because I think now with Twitter or X and things like that, we know so much about football apart from just the game. We know about all the stories that are going on. We have so much access. But back then, you would read about it in the newspaper, but we didn't. Like, when I saw all the footage and the interviews and that kind of thing, I didn't realize that story was as big as it was. And you were kind of like right in the middle of that.
I was the captain.
Yeah.
So even I remember Lilian Thuram, he said Patrice Evra should never wear the French national shirt anymore. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable, but I've been like really honest with myself. His document is gonna come out on Netflix about the World Cup in '99, and people will finally understand what's happened, because it was bigger than the football.
Yeah.
It was political. I don't want to go in detail, but after that I came back even stronger. I was just disappointed of some, people like Thuram saying those kind of things without even calling me. Then I remember when I heard him saying that on TV, I asked to Thierry Henry his number, and I called Thuram. He never answered. And I leave him like a crazy message. Crazy.
Like voicemail?
Voicemail, yeah. Swearing. I don't like to swear, but I swear a lot on that voicemail.
And have you guys spoken since?
No. One day I was training in Clairefontaine, and he came just to watch the training session, but we didn't yet went to the pitch, and some of the security say, Patrice Thuram is there, and I start putting my boots fast. I just want, but they have to kick him out, because I was definitely going to fight with him.
I suppose like because it's an ex-pro, it's a guy who gets it, and
well,
you would expect
also.
He would take your side as a player.
Yeah. No, but it doesn't mean like you don't have to take my side, but you can make a judgment when you don't even know the full story.
Yeah.
Like if he's a journalist, whatever, it's fine. But someone I play with, someone I respect, from someone like, he's a legend, that's when he hurt you.
And did like the fans, did like the nation of France, like were they? I saw a documentary. I can't remember. Were they on your side, or would they have been on the federation side?
Unbelievable.
Right.
Like I get like, it was just some time on paper or media, but the people, I went straight away to a restaurant in the middle of Paris, and when I came in, they all give me like a big standing ovation. This was the next day when we just landed after the disaster, and I remember my ex-wife, she started crying. I said, why you cry? He said, but did you read the way they're destroying you and everything? I said, but this is not the people.
Yeah.
I'm a man of people.
Mm-hmm.
And she was quite like surprised of like the people. Like I never had any stick about that. Every time I saw people, and it was like, we are the real captain, thank you very much. They were more angry with the French Federation and the manager, Raymond Domenech.
So I told you that before we recorded, I'm doing a gig in Paris. I'm doing stand-up in Paris in December.
Good luck.
If I'm in a restaurant and Lilian Thuram walks in, I'm not applauding. In fact, I'll finish my meal and I'll leave.
Do that for me, please. I would really appreciate it.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? Boo. I'm gonna get everyone in the restaurant.
Exactly.
I wanted to ask, as a big Man United fan, I remember when you first signed, you and Nemanja Vidic, and I've seen you in interviews talk about like you guys struggled, both of you, for a long time when you arrived. But I know that story, but I want to ask, like, obviously you turn that around. It goes without saying, you turn it around and go on to be a legend at Man United. But I've never heard you answer the question. Did you know you were going to turn it around? Like, did you know when it was difficult that it was all going to be okay in the end, or did you think I might have to leave, or this might not work out?
No, you have like some doubt, but I never give up. But in one moment, I remember me and Vidic, we play with the reserve team, and we get sub after 45 minutes. So we were in the shower together. I mean, it sounds wrong. We were, but
at home.
We were together, and we were talking and fucking.
We just got a news story.
Oh, come on, shit. Don't. No, we were together and.
He's there, no? He's did his best, mate.
You see where it's going, guys? You see where it's going? No. So, guys, come on, Nico. And
so you and Nemanja Vidic were in the shower?
Yeah.
At your house?
So not together, not at mine.
Okay.
Not together.
His.
So yeah, we were in the shower. Yeah. Then Vidic was like...
with Diddy or not with Diddy?
Okay, nice to meet you. No. Then Vidic was like, "Oh, Patrice, my agent called me. I will go back to Serbia." And my agent say, "Well, Patrice, AS Roma are interested." So we were thinking about it. But I will tell you what hurt me, especially on the first game when I get sub after 45 minutes, whatever. I went home and my own agent was with his wife and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, "Patrice, I'm sorry." I said, "What do you mean you're sorry?" He said, "I should never bring you to United. The challenge is too big." So this was like really painful. Even your own people, they start not believing you anymore. I missed the World Cup 2006. I work in the gym all the summer because I understand to play in Premier League, you need to be strong with your legs first. Then when I come back, I remember we had a pre-season in South Africa in Midtjylland. After the tournament, shook my hand, he say, "Welcome to United. Now you're a United player." So in that moment to say, yes, I will. No, I was so confident. I think when I signed for United, it was a big slap on my face because I think I was like already a big player.
Yeah.
I was named like 4 times in the row the best French left back, the best young French player, and normally only attacking player like Zidane, Thierry Henry win this award.
And Monaco were flying.
Playing in the national team, we went in a Champions League final in 2004 loss against Porto. So I was like, I'm a big man, like Man United. I remember when my agent, he said like he was between United, Liverpool, and Inter. They were interested. Then I picked United because of King Eric. But that's why I picked United. I wasn't like a fan of Manchester United or whatever. And I start realize now this is a completely new job. It's a new football. I need to adapt to a new culture.
I gotta ask, I've as someone who loves football, I love football like gear, like the kits, and I've started getting my sons now the kits and the merchandise and that kind of thing. When you sign for a club like Man United or any main club, this is always what I want to ask a footballer. Do they bring you into like the club shop at any point and say, get whatever you want? Do you get loads of like, this is what I'd be most excited about. I know the wages are unbelievable, but like quarter zips, t-shirts.
I will surprise you.
Hats.
Nothing.
Stationery. Do you get to just get whatever you want?
I will surprise you. We don't get nothing. And worse than that, when we keep our shirt, they take it out from the salary.
No.
I always say to Ferguson, like, "Oh, it's possible. It's my shirt. It's my name on it. I play with it.
Yeah.
When I want to give it to one of my teammates or a friend or family member, I have to pay for that shirt. No, you have to pay for it."
That's crazy.
Yeah. So no cap, no cup, no flip flop, no scarf. No.
I thought you would have like a card for the club shop.
I wish, but imagine if I have that card, I've got like 24 brothers and sisters, 102 nephews.
Cleaning the place out.
In the first hour, the shop will be empty.
No wonder you had to pay for shirts if you're dishing out that many shirts.
So imagine that. That's why I should be a billionaire. I'm not because of that.
All shirts with your own name on it. I just loved your time. Like that was one of my favorite football times. Like that's when I loved football the most. I think around the time you first signed in that Man United team, like maybe it's an age thing because when you get older, maybe you don't get to see as many games, especially when you have family and kids and that as a supporter. But that time in history was great. And I also want to ask, what was your favourite shirt? I love football. I wore old football shirts on this podcast all the time. What was your favourite ever Man United shirt that you wore?
I didn't wear it, but it's the one, the sharp. I've got it with the collar.
The black collar?
With the white collar. With the one with the laces there.
Oh, the lace. I'm not a lace guy.
Yeah, but man, I can wear it even now with a jeans. Like I can go out. Like for me, it's my favorite one.
What was the club where you were mobbed most by fans? Like if you were out in the city that you played, was it Manchester, or were there other places you were where like you couldn't walk down the street because so many people would just be there?
To be honest, I will surprise you. The club I am the like most being mobbed is I Love This Game FC.
Right.
Yeah, he's my bro. No, why I say that? Yes, I get mobbed when I used to play for United, for Juventus, the French national team, Marseille, whatever. But I'm like 10 times more famous now.
Yeah.
Than I was when I was at my peak at football. That's why I say that I love this game, FC, because people, even the people that don't watch football, they feel connected to me. When I share all that craziness and positive energy. So to be honest, yes, you get more, but never in that level I am now. Like even in Dubai, wherever I go, I get mobbed.
Patrice, I'm doing a show in Dubai as well in December. Do you know what I wanted? Here's what I would love to do. I don't know if you can help me with this.
Yeah.
I remember during the World Cup, there was some like European football fans wandering around Qatar, and they got chatting to like billionaire Arab guys who were like, "Do you want to come and see my mansion?" And these guys were walking about, just regular guys like me. And this guy had tigers, and they're like looking at the tigers, and they're chilling in this guy's house. I would like to go to just a massive house when I was in Dubai. When I'm in Dubai, I would really like that.
Easy.
You serious?
Yeah, just
tigers.
Yeah. I'm not joking.
No, I
know
really
guys
want
that
to
got
do
the
this.
farm, like he have like bears, tiger, punt, like whatever, which animal, crocodile, whatever you want. I'm being serious.
I'm being serious too.
I took you there for free.
I would, oh, thank you. I don't have any money, just to let you know.
If I'm joking, you will see. I took you there.
I would love that.
Tell my brother if I'm lying.
True story.
True story. It's easy. You
I
will never see so much animal. Even the animal you will never imagine if you go on safari. He got every animal.
Did you ever buy any? Do you ever have any exotic pets when you were playing or anything like that?
No, I hate pets. No.
Yeah, I don't like pets either.
We had
I'm scared of dogs.
When I was a kid, we had 6 dogs, and actually they weren't just a dog on the street. We was just taking them and saying, "It's my dog," but actually it wasn't our dog.
You stole dogs?
Dog, yeah. Stole dogs, so yeah.
24 brothers, sisters, 6 dogs. Just a lot of...
That's what I mean. A lot of people to feed.
I'm scared of dogs, Patrice.
No, come on. Dogs are good.
It's okay if they're like, if they just like, if they're chilled out.
Yeah.
But when they jump and the owner says, "Oh, careful, he jumps."
You get
I can't. Because they always like, sometimes a dog will like come as a guide. Sometimes dogs, you don't know, will come around your dick. Like, you know what I mean? No, you know what I mean? Like, they go for that kind of. And I
you know what they say when they do that, actually? When you see a dog or he's coming to a woman, I will say Jaja or Juju, is because they're used to it. Apparently, sometimes they put some jam or whatever, and the dog go and, we playing with his tongue. That's what they told me. Like, that's why when the dog they come and that's
what you've heard. You've just.
That's what I heard.
You heard.
That's what I heard, guy. I know he sound weird, but it makes sense, to be honest.
Well, it doesn't make sense, because here's what I'd be worried about. Number one, I wouldn't do it. But if I did do it, what if dog thinks, like, what if dog's hungry? Because he's not just going to take the jam off. He's going to want the sausage.
We never. Yeah, exactly. If you take the sausage, what you say in French, au revoir. Bon appétit.
And with me, it's like, what if the dog is already into like foot-long Subways, and then if he sees jam on one?
What we talking about?
Talk about dogs eating jam off the cock.
Doing in this podcast. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Well.
Yeah, jam. Peanut butter was one I'd heard over the years. People
Peanut
do that
butter,
with peanut butter,
on Nutella.
Very specific, Patrice. Very specific. Is that how you would get dogs into the house?
No, I don't want any pet, guys. I'm sorry.
Did you make any extravagant purchases when you played? Like, was there one thing that stands out that you maybe regret? Although I think you seem like a guy who doesn't really have regrets.
Yeah. But to be honest, I live the present. If you think about the past, you're gonna live with regret. If you think about the future, you're gonna live with anxiety and stress, whatsoever. So I'm always focused in the present. But if I have one regret, and you know what it is like I bought that jacket when I signed for Man United. Right. First of all, I remember I was living in Monaco, and my agent say, we're going in December, you have to buy a jacket. So I went to Hugo Boss. I would say their height, how you say it? I lose my English. I'm afraid. Yeah, premium brand. I think it was il Baldessarini.
By the way,
yeah.
Your English is better than mine, just to let you know.
Oh, it's just your
In
accent.
Ireland, we're still trying to get it, but your English is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, God. Merci beaucoup. Then they have a brand
Adios.
called Baldessarini, so they took me in this room, and I remember the guys, he bring that jacket, and I looked at that jacket, I was like, I'm not sure about that, but I try it, and he was like, Mr. Evra, this is the jacket, you know, this is the jacket. And I was like, no, I don't think so. Yes, it is. And I come back to the kitchen, that jacket was more than 3K. So it was really expensive, like just putting like more than 3K in that jacket. So
Yeah.
I was like quite surprised because he didn't tell me the price. Then as soon as I came out of the shop, then I tried to wear the jacket. Suddenly that jacket was a triple XL. So it was a long jacket, ugly jacket. And you can see when I'm working with Ferguson for the first time, when I'm visiting Carrington, you know, the boss is talking to me, but his eyes keep looking at the jacket. And he was like, what the hell, I just did sign. You know, he wasn't sure about the signing, just about that jacket. And even my brother, I say, I give, if you want that jacket, he say, Patrice, even if you pay me, I won't wear that jacket. And we're looking for that jacket because even some United fans, they want that jacket to be put in the museum.
In the museum?
Ugly jacket. ugly jacket. Yeah, that's my biggest regret.
I should have said at the start, like, I don't know if you know, but here when we're school age, like we learn a little bit of French. We do French as a language. So I should have asked you to start. If you want to converse in français,
On va parler français, oui.
then
Pas de problème.
Je petit français.
Petit français, ok. Je
petit.
parle un petit peu français.
Oui.
Yeah. Please don't say où est le château, because I don't understand why, you know. No.
But I will say this, because I remember what I had to learn when I was doing my exam when I was like 15 in school. You tell me if this is wrong.
Yeah.
Pour des vacances l'année dernière.
Pour les vacances l'année dernière, yeah.
Oui. Je visitais Lyon, français.
Oui.
Avec ma copain.
Yes.
David.
Yes.
I don't have a friend called David. Je jouais de foot.
Yeah, je joue au foot.
Jambon.
I love jambon. I love ham.
Bibliothèque. Oui.
Oui. No, but you got.
I failed French.
you got a lot of grammar. You know, one was speaking also, not speaking properly, but Ferguson like a lot of words in French because he loved going to France, in south of France especially.
Well, when you signed for Man United, what was your English like at that point when you first signed?
It was bad.
Right.
Because I didn't I stopped school when I was 17, so I didn't learn how to speak English. And I remember when Rooney, I'm talking about when Rooney correcting me in my English, by the way, he was the first one saying like, Patrice, when you do your interview on METV, I just laugh. And I say, why? He say, because you always say you. So you have to understand, we mean we, but in French, we mean yes.
Yes.
So when it was the game, I was, instead of saying we had a good game, I say, you have a good game. I think the team, you do this. I couldn't say we. When I watched the interview, I was like, actually, you're so dumb. And I start using the we. I forced myself to use. So everything I was saying, I would say, I think the team, you probably never using we because we mean yes.
Yeah,
so.
Très bien. But it's crazy how, like, footballers are so intelligent. Like, when you see players who, like leave school early because maybe they play football or maybe they come from somewhere where education isn't, you don't go into further education.
Yeah.
Speak 4 or 5 languages, no problem. Switch between languages. Like, that's incredible. To be able to do that.
To be honest, I speak 6 languages. I mean 7. Bullshit. The 7. But I speak 6 languages, and you're right. But I say to people, sometimes it's not about, going to school. Traveling is a luxury.
Yeah.
Like meeting different people. I never had any English lesson or Spanish lesson or Italian lesson. It's being with people and forcing yourself to communicate. And I always say, whatever I play, if I want the country to welcome me, I need to speak their own language. Like, for example, and it's so crazy because I'm like a chameleon. And yesterday I was talking with the kids because they have a game tomorrow.
Yeah, Europe
and
Lorne.
I was like, I can feel myself speaking a little bit with the Irish accent.
I
This
would
is the word,
love it.
You need to teach me some word with the Irish accent.
Just like if you say like, "What's the crack?"
What's the crack?
See that? I think that's good.
What's the crack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say, aye.
Ah,
No, we say like, so they won't teach you this in English lessons.
yeah.
But if we say like, so we say I for yes, AYE, I
Aye.
for yes. But if you really want, like, if you go full Belfast, it's more of like, ah.
Or. Why are you laughing, guys? Or. I love it. I love it.
Oh, the next, like when you, anytime you're walking about Northern Ireland before you leave, anyone says like, Patrice, like, I get the game tonight in hospitality to say, is everything okay, Mr. Evra? You know, I want, and they'll send someone over maybe who you know, oh, I did French in uni, so I can go over and speak to him. I can converse with him, and I just want you to just, everything okay, Mr. Evra? And I just want you to go, ah.
Or. Okay. Done. Or. Done.
Patrice, one thing I've always wanted to ask you as well, being a Man United fan from like the early 90s, I support Man United because my dad supported Man United, and I want to know, you mentioned Eric Cantona earlier, whose kick was better? Do you think like jumping into the stands kick, or like, you know, his kick, and then when you played at Marseille, I'm just mean like side by side, like technique wise, do you think Cantona's kick was better or yours?
So this is the only question you're going to ask me about all my
No, I just mean
football
technique wise.
career.
Yeah.
I think mine was better. By far. But Eric was proud of me.
Yeah, he was.
We actually only the two like French crazy player kicking a fan. So
Yeah. It's like like if you're French and you sign for Man United, he rings you. He's like, you got to do at some point in your career.
You gotta do what
the
you
kick.
do. Yeah. You have to do it. No, but yeah. Why you ask me this question? This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I want to talk to you about.
I'm a nice guy, guys.
About your post-football career. Like what did you think you would do after football compared to what you are doing now?
I will tell you something. Like you remember I say I live the present, and sometimes people say you always have to have a plan B in your life, and I never agree with that, because if you got a plan B, you always have an excuse to fail in your plan A. So just focus on the plan A. I don't have any clue what I was doing. I say I will never be on social media or whatever. Look where I am now.
You're Mr. Social Media now.
No, Mr. Social Media. Mr. I love this game. so no, I didn't know. But sometimes I was feeling lost. That's when people ask me the question, Patrice, what you doing? I can't give you just an answer. Yeah, I can say I'm an entrepreneur or whatever. No, I do so many things.
Yep.
So I didn't prepare anything. I stopped. Then I start to, okay, I'm going to live a normal life. But for me, just to not putting an alarm and I have to wake up, I was feeling I was in holiday just for that. But the problem, I've got so much discipline in my life, then I have to go in the gym, everything. Of course, thanks to Nico, I've not went to the gym right now.
Because he's taking up all those, he's taking up all the weights.
Me to a place, yeah, exactly. And I just have this guilt because for me, I'm addicted to work. It's like for me, working is a luxury. So many people they don't have legs, they don't have arms, they can't even see. So I always feel blessed and lucky to be alive and be able to work.
And we got to talk about the glasses.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I've got like the Wish version of the glasses. Like mine aren't like the
You
real
look good,
thing.
by the way. It's with the jacket.
But what do you think? You think that's a good look?
I'll be honest, it's a good look. I will tell you if you look shit straight away.
Thank you.
It doesn't.
I think it's a good look, but like you have the fold up.
Yeah, day and night.
You can go business to pleasure straight away.
Exactly.
Like when those glasses come down, oh shit.
Voila.
Who knows what's gonna happen?
To be honest, yeah, when I'm out and when those shades are down, they mean big time.
I just want a photo in Dubai of me and you in some like palace on the back of a tiger. Lenses down.
But keep teasing me. I promise you.
I want to do this.
We're gonna do that picture.
Yeah, I genuinely want to do it. Although I'm scared of dogs, so if a tiger comes from my dick, I'm fucked. If a tiger comes from my dick, I'm just gonna have to let him suck me off. There's nothing I can do about it.
Guys. Oh my God. What I'm doing here. what I am doing here, man. Come on.
You were up at Larne Football Club where Nico's involved and sort of like giving a talk there with the players and youth players and that kind of thing. What's like when you give talks like that and you're talking about your experiences and that kind of thing, what's like the number one thing you will tell people when you're trying to inspire footballers and that kind of thing? Like,
my number one things, I always say is discipline. But discipline in life, not just in football, and respect and value. So, when I talk to those kids and I tell them, look, you're so lucky to be here. And, you have your kids, you have the chef serving you food, you got a good money. But the same way you respect your teammate and the manager, that's the same way I want you to respect the person opening you the door, the person cleaning the toilet or whatever. I think that's what is missing with this new generation. And I don't blame them because they got everything fast. They don't have to work that hard like us. Like I give you like a crazy story. We had to win the Premier League and the Champions League to get a bigger dressing room. Our dressing room at Old Trafford was like, maybe the size of this room. So Alex Ferguson never wanted to change the dressing room. We were like, come on, boss, it's too small. This is the history. George Jabez, Bobby Charlton, Denis Lowe, everything. That's why he didn't want to change the dressing room. But he say, if you win the Premier League and the Champions League, maybe we're going to have a bigger dressing room. Fortunately for us, we won him. Fortunately for him, we win. He was like, for fuck's sake, now I'm gonna have no money. I was like,
he gets his tool belt on.
Exactly. I was like, it's not even your money, boss. Anyway, then we had a bigger dressing room, and I remember the first time we come in, we have like a big TV screen speaker, and imagine myself like Gisco's being like so happy like Christmas just because we got a bigger dressing room. But we had to win the Champions League and the Premier League to do that.
Yeah. I love that. You're speaking of crazy stories there. What's the maddest fan interaction you've ever had? Like, if you hear stories about fans sneaking into hotels to try and meet players in the laundry or whatever. Yeah. Like, have you ever had a fan interaction where someone just kind of shows up out of nowhere? Or
I mean, it was weird. It was early stage. It was at Monaco. Then she was that fan. She was following me everywhere. If I go like to a restaurant or whatever, she will be there. And one day after training, she looked straight in my eyes. She said, Mr. Evra, I need to ask you something. I say, okay, what? She said, can I have a piece of your hair? She wanted my hair. Actually, that's why I'm losing my hair.
You gave her so much?
Exactly, I gave so much hair. But yeah, it was weird.
Did you give the hair?
No. No, I didn't.
That's what me and you are different. I'd have got the scissors. Just to make her go away, I'd be like, take the whole thing.
No, because, even like, in Africa, we say like with the hair, that's when you can do black magic and stuff. So I was like, what the hell? She's asking, So no, I didn't give it. One asked me also my boxer, like say like, when you finish the game, I would like your boxer. Trust me, it will be really smelly.
Oh, your boxers?
Yeah, yes, my boxers. So yeah, weird.
Did you give it?
No. Oh my God. No.
I do that after every gig. Anyone come to my Paris or Dubai show if you want, no problem. match worn.
No chance.
I want to talk to you about like since you've finished playing, I hear more about your story because when you play, I just know about your football career. But since then, like you've spoke at the UN and you've talked about like your upbringing and a difficult upbringing at times as well, and abuse and things like that. When you made the decision to talk about that, that must have been a real daunting and difficult thing to talk about. But again, I think that the reason I think people feel such a connection with you is you do seem like very, very open, very honest. And you must help a lot of people, but you must have got a lot of messages since then that's helped a lot of people, and that must be a nice thing to be able to do.
Yes, to be honest, even my mom didn't want me to put it in the book, and I say, Mom, it's not for me. I'm an exception. Like how many people have been like, physically abused or sexually abused, and that's why I'm a defender of ending the violence against children, because when it happened to yourself, you don't want to talk about it because you don't know if people are going to trust you. Yep. You feel shame about yourself. You also don't know about the judgment of people going to. And I put it because I was watching a documentary about pedophile, and I remember my wife was like, if someone do that to our children, you know, and my change face, my face, sorry, change face, I'm French. My face completely changed. And you have to understand, when I write my book was about to get released. I asked the publisher one month before my book get released. I said, we need to change something. We need to change something. Because that's the first time I opened to my wife, and the relief I had. And, you know, sometimes I think I was tough or whatever. Like some people, you see me on the pitch, I never smile like a warrior. And I was like, this is because I'm from the street. But actually, because I got something inside, I was always feeling guilty to never let it out. And I didn't do it for myself. And when I did my book, I was making sure I'm being really honest and transparent, because some people, they will, you know, write their biography and everything will be great. No, me, I say all the bad things I did when I was living in the street, what's happening to me, because we need to inspire people. Yeah. Do you know the statistic when I was working with the UN is 1 of 2 children get in any form abuse. So you mean like half of this room, half of a football team, but we don't talk.
Yeah,
we don't talk, and that's what is missing. And when you see like a big character like myself being captain or the France, Man United, whatever, then you don't understand how many people I see on the street. Patrice, you changed my life.
Yeah,
you know, I remember when I was in Manchester, I did my book tour, and that ladies, I was signing some autograph. She looked at me, she must have 60 years old, and start crying. It's like, oh my God, don't cry, ma'am. I say, why you cry? She say, I don't know, Mr. Evra, I feel connected to you. Yep. And I've get sexually abused by my brother, but I never say it to my mom, to my dad, to my husband, to my children. But I just, like the first time, I just heard her, I say, it will be okay. So, you know, I love having fun or whatever, but I'm a person, I love every human being. Yeah. And, you know, if I can help someone, for me, is a blessing.
I think because part of, like, you being so popular and such a fan's favourite, and I know you've talked about it many times, so forgive me, but when the Luis Suarez stuff happened, I think that was so difficult to watch because it felt like a terrible thing, but also because Man United fans, myself included, would be so defensive of you because you were such a popular player. Yeah. And I just remember at the time thinking that was handled so badly by everyone apart from you. I think it must have taken a lot of restraint to be on the same pitch as someone who's done that. And I remember just thinking you had a lot of class during that. I think it was very, like, I think Liverpool are a great, as much as I'm a Man United fan, great football club, with great fans. But I remember just feeling so bitter after that. I just think that was badly handled. But you must be proud of the way you acted during that.
Yeah, I really agree with you. And do you remember I did like one Monday night on Sky, and I played a lot against Jamie Carragher. Yeah. Before we start, I remember the first things he said on live. He said, Patrice, whatever, I want to apologize what we did 13 years ago. I was quite surprised. I even received a letter of the Liverpool Football Club after that show and say, you know, we apologize. You're more than welcome. You know, this is your home. This will never be my home. Thank you for the invitation. But I was quite surprised. But I'll be honest, people don't know really what's happened. I need extra security 24 hours. I received a lot of letters of people in jail from Liverpool saying when we come out, we're going to kill you. And the club take it like really seriously. I have to hold, you know, myself also because everyone is watching that game, Liverpool against Man United. And when Luis Suarez say this word, that's why I say I will never say Luis Suarez is racist because I don't know him close enough. But he used those words. Yep. And I was like, I had a voice like, just like destroy him, punch him. Yep. And another voice, don't do that. Millions of kids will see you and whatever. So he was really tough. And after the game, you know, I remember Ferguson, he was like, Patrice, what's the matter? I was just wanted to go in the Liverpool dressing room and just smash Suarez. Then David De Gea, he said, no, Luis Suarez say that to Patrice. Then Ferguson said, okay, we go to the official. We went to see the referee. We tell him. He made a report. But I didn't know he will go like this crazy. Yeah, of course. So it was all over the news in UK. People were just talking about that and whatever. And when I play against Luis Suarez, it was more about did Patrice going to shake his hand.
Yeah.
It was more important than the game. The handshake was more important than the game. I spoke with my mom, and you know, in life we never have hate. I don't have hate in my heart. And she say, forgive it. And I say, of course. And when I tried to shake his hand and he still refused, I was like, what a cunt, whatever. Then, you know, it was...
That's French, right?
Yeah, a little bit. And...
No, of course, because that...
It was unbelievable.
It was like a double incident. The
he had a
snub
chance,
of the
yes.
handshake.
And that's why I think...
But that's what I'm saying about your class of offering your hand.
Yeah.
Like you say, and being able to forgive it in a
Of
way.
course.
Because it wasn't that long after. It wasn't like years had passed.
Yes.
That must still be raw for you that happens.
But to be honest, where I think I nearly ruined everything, and my brother can tell you, we were in this gate and in Selfridges. And when we come up, I was with my two brothers, who I say Luis Suarez. And I start taking off my watch. When I have to fight, first of all, the first thing, if you see me start taking off my watch, you mean I'm going for,
Yeah.
Then I start walking to him and I saw his daughter coming. And I say, like, we never do anything in front of the kids. Then my brother said, no, we can't do anything. But I know that day, if his daughter wasn't there, imagine what will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I saw a fan, you know, because I put it in my book, and I saw a fan actually say, Patrice, I read your book. That day I was in Selfridges. I remember, like, Suarez was at the 3rd floor, and I think he said, the guy, I was at the 2nd floor. I couldn't believe when I saw you, because I know also Luis Suarez was there.
That guy definitely had his phone out ready to make some serious money.
I don't know if he have done them, but yeah. But at the end, you know, I'm glad I didn't do anything. And to be honest, when I played for Juventus and I was in the final against Barcelona, I shook the hand of Neymar, Messi, and when I see Suarez, I shook his hand.
Yeah.
I don't live with grief. Of course, I will never go in holiday with Luis Suarez, but I have no problem. If tomorrow I have to play with him, I will play with him.
Yeah.
I have no hate.
Which is admirable, because not everybody could do that.
I know some United fans, they quite being mad when you remember the same years I've got those abuse. I named him on my best 11, the Premier League,
right.
And people was like just going mad. I say, yes, maybe he say that, but I'm judging about his quality, not about the human side. And of course, he was one of the best striker in that time.
Yep. I want to ask you about like all the stuff that you're doing now. What are you like most excited about now that you're doing in life? No, that's not really like.
No.
I'd say, are you excited for everything you're doing at the minute? And then you hit me with an okay. Or do you know what, we could actually add more to that? If you're really excited about something, why?
Oh, why? That's it. Oh, why?
People around here are going to freak out when you do that.
I promise me, after the game, I hope we're going to win tonight, you know, Lane.
Yeah.
If we go out when people,
I wonder, does it work if I do it in French, if I just say, oui.
That sounds...
Oh, oui.
Oh, no. No. That sounded really, really sexual. Oh, oui, no. I also like when like English people say, voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's the first sentence. Like, they know what they actually mean.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going like, you know, big time.
Yeah.
So stop. People doesn't speak English. Stop saying voulez-vous French. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Because it's not.
Joie de vivre.
Je.
Joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre. Joie de vivre.
In fact, that was Thierry Henry used to do an ad for Ford TV company, so fuck Ford. The handball, you should have said. Should have said something too.
No, you say in French, enculé.
Enculé?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Fuck yourself.
Enculé?
Yeah.
So if the gig doesn't go well in Paris, I just turn to the audience and say, enculé.
You should say them. Yeah. That's what you should say.
I mean, there's only 10.
They will love you.
There's only 10 people going, they don't. I want, as a final thing, I want to ask you, by the way, this, just once again, like this, I really appreciate Nico making this happen, because he said you were coming over for a couple of days. I think if you don't ask, you don't get, but I feel weird about even I was like, I'll just ask, because there's no way it's going to happen. And he's like, yeah, I can say to Patrice. And the fact that you've come here and done this, like, this is unbelievable. So
after a big night out.
After a big night out. So let me ask you a final question. When Patrice is feeling a little bit fragile from a big night out, What do you like to? What's the secret to feeling better again?
To feeling better again, actually, like the secret is just because I love life. I'm just happy. So the word I hate the most is I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I always say to people, I have plenty of time to sleep when I die.
Yeah.
So even if I say like we had a night out or whatever, I will wake up and I'm already smiling. He come and take me out of my bed actually to tell you how important you are.
He's talking shit.
It's
He was
true.
crying like a wee bitch earlier. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh,
I don't love this game.
He's a big liar. I didn't say I don't tire. I say, Nico, why we don't do this podcast in the afternoon? Why we have to do it so early? When yesterday we were like going mad. No,
Patrice, this will make even more. I said, Nico, we can do this any time of day. I said anytime.
These guys, man. No, I'm already fine. Like I want to go. Like we're gonna go to the game.
you want tequila?
Why not?
No, come.
Not
Is it,
yet.
You leave? Do you leave tomorrow?
Yeah, but I'm
It's your
not
last
sure.
night here.
Yeah, that's when you have to give everything.
And then we plan the move back.
Yeah.
When you move back here permanently,
Why not? To be honest,
you can play for my team. I'm playing for.
Hollywood FC again.
Well, so yeah, I was playing for Hollywood, and then a couple of sort of seasons out, I was like, you know what? I've got these gigs, I've got the shows, the stand up. I can't get injured. I broke my leg, and then I came back, Patrice, at the end of last season, play a few games for Rossglass County.
Okay.
In the Newcastle League, Division 1. I went down, and makes it easier because I play like 6 games at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Score twice. That's okay.
That's amazing. That's great.
Playing all different positions. But anyway,
That's great.
I said to the gaffer, he said, "What position do you play?" I said, "Where do you need me?" Right.
Perfect answer.
But I played 6 games, 2 goals, goal every 3 games. And then that was it. So I retired.
You retired
You probably
after
heard about it, but I retired.
That's
And then recently the feelings come back a bit. I went down to watch a couple of games. I saw the football on display. I was like, this is great. Pass and move. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then last week I went back down to training, and I'm feeling it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling it again.
But why not?
But what I'm saying is I might, I think I like playing like fullback now. So if you want to come down though,
Yeah.
I could play midfield.
You can play midfield.
And we link up.
We linked up like me and Gixie back in the day.
Exactly.
Deal. Why not?
I would love that. And then we could spend the rest of the time in Dubai. Don't know why we're now living together, but but I'm being serious about Dubai. Like honestly, I'd like to see a massive house.
You were serious also about the tiger.
But I want to see a tiger
Going
in a
close
massive
to your
house.
sausage. I love that.
I don't want the tiger. I changed my mind about the tiger. I just want to see the house. I want to see a big house.
Big house.
A big house.
Oh.
Because I will love that. Like I couldn't believe it. This is the biggest house in Northern Ireland where we record this. This is huge.
Can we stop this podcast?
And can I the team that you're involved with now?
Yeah.
Can I if I get shorts and t-shirts for that? That'd be great. They play in Dubai.
No. They play in Portugal.
Yeah, I could. Who plays right back?
Sorry, I don't know. But we bought Nani. Nani's playing for my
Well,
team.
if Nani wants to play out wide, I'll play behind him.
He played just
As long as he
behind.
doesn't mind me overlapping. In which case we might have to drop him if he's gonna be tricky.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, that'd be great. Patrice, Nico, thank you for arranging it. Patrice, thank you so much for doing the podcast.
No, you're welcome.
This is the coolest moment in the history of us doing
No,
that.
I really
and
appreciate it.
thank you very much.
But you say that to all your guests.
No, on it.
He did last week. So
He did last week.
He
I
said,
know.
Nico, this has
He
been the
said
coolest moment in the history of this podcast.
Amazing.
Merci beaucoup.
De rien. Yeah, he's French. Your French is good. No, I should say.
Petit. Yeah. And right, okay. So I go,
Yeah.
Patrice, have you had a good time doing Tea With Me podcast?
Let's get ready for Tea With Me.